Hey guys, welcome back to the channel on a brand new video on Marvel Contest of Champions. This is all about grinding Valor. The questions are, well, how do I get Valor? Well, they're pretty easy to answer, but with regards to where to focus your attention on in order to grind out Valor is the most pivotal thing. So where can you get Valor from, and what do you spend it on? What do you spend it on? We're in the store at the moment, so let's have a look. So there's a lot of kind of great things there. What people really need to kind of identify is what they need at the moment for their roster. Do they need more 4-star champions? Do they need more 5-star champions? So therefore your grind for your Valor and your spending of your Valor is very important. If you're finding that you need it for alliance-based stuff, then you can have all these lovely revives and also some health potions here. But people may kind of look to strengthen their roster. So they may look to things like the tier 1 alphas. They may look to tier 2 alpha fragments. And even though you don't get a huge amount for your trouble, which, you know, 3,600, so it's not a huge amount for the 750,000 Valor asking price tag, you may gonna go, not sure. I myself am going to be saving all my Valor to probably the last week of this event, just because I want to get a huge amount and then kind of blast on stuff that I either think that, do I need more 5-star shards to save up for something, or do I need to improve my roster? Do I need to take up my 5 stars further? And I'll only really know that once I've got to the end of the month. I have a look at how many 5-star shards I've got in general, and what my general plans are for my roster going into completion of Act 5, and also starting off Labyrinth of Legends. So I may opt to get more tier 4 basics, or maybe even a tier 4 class catalyst, which, if I move my head, is 1 million for that. So my focus is on what's going to benefit my roster, and it probably will be 5-star progression. So the question is, where do I get all this Valor from? Let's start off with the easy things. So if you're in an alliance, you'll know about the special quest, the Tests of Valor. In the Tests of Valor, there are 4 different missions to kind of go through, and you don't need to 100% it, but you can just do the 1 round through, and you get some decent rewards from it. So 6,000 here for the most difficult one at Expert, and then it goes down the line to the least amount you can get from a beginner is just 1,500. I do advise going through them all. Even though it's kind of a not too much spend on energy, it's still nice to kind of get all this lovely Valor. If you can, you may find difficult, lower rated players may find it difficult with regards to the expert level. You may want to use revives and health potions, which obviously you can get quite easily nowadays. The next thing is questing. Now we've got the event quest, which is on at the moment, and obviously also you'll know per fight that you'll get Valor from defeating an enemy. But the main grind is what you get in here. So Kabam have noted on the forum, and a link to this post is in the description below, that from the total of doing beginner, normal, heroic and master, we get a grand total of 2 million Valor. Now obviously if we then go back to the store and kind of have a look what we can get for 2 million Valor, and obviously I do think it's important that you do all of them, and that's for completion and exploration of that. So 2 million will get you 2 tier 4 class catalysts. A real decent opportunity to obviously improve your roster. When it comes to other areas, then you can look to Arena or the Vanquishing Blows event. And this is the daily thing that you can get up to, from the milestones, about 22,900 Valor from this. And obviously a good rank placement in this will really kind of gift you some great stuff. But it just depends on if you are willing to then concentrate on the finishing blow for this. And it's like a finisher in WWE. You've got, you know, you see the Undertaker doing a tombstone pile driver. It's kind of like that. But in this case, it's either you finish with a light, with a heavy, with a bleed, with a poison, with a shock, and a whole many different things. I've done a video on this. If you want to check out, it's in the description below. And obviously for rank 1 you get 35,000 Valor, and it does go down, so chances are you'll get an extra 7k if you're not putting quite so much effort into it. So that's kind of cool to get that as well, and can really kind of bolster the amount of Valor you get per day. I do think, like I said, it's important to accumulate lots of Valor unless you're really desperate to spend in the store, because by the end of it you'll kind of go, right, I've got this Valor, what do I do with it? So that's really important to kind of really think about what you need for your roster. And the next thing is Arena. Arena grinding in featured only, which is a bit disappointing, because I think a lot of people would kind of go like, well, why isn't it in this one? Why isn't it in the the basic, and it may force people to kind of like give up the basic to then focus on the featured. And people then might say, well, I don't have the roster for featured. I think then if you don't have the roster for featured, you need to focus on completing beginner, normal, heroic and master, the questing side of things, to get that 2 mil solid. And also then focus on maybe doing a little bit of arena, but also if you want to do a larger part of arena, get energy refills from units, then go into Road to Labyrinth and do 1 square, and then try and repeat that 4,000 points that you get from vanquishing blows. I have done a video on this and I'll link it obviously in the description below for that. But that's really your kind of focus. People with higher rosters of 4 and 5 stars will find that arena grinding may suit them a lot more to then doing other type of content, or maybe they do it at the same time, or kind of similar times. So they're getting in there, getting the units and energy refills, and then going through the vanquishing blow. So they could really be racking up major points, and we've seen some amazing stuff with regards to the leaderboard already. So your question may be, well, what do I do, Rich? What do I focus on more? What do I focus on first? Well, I think it all starts with the start of the day. So when you kind of wake up in the morning, I think your options are either, if you've got not a lot of time to focus on something and kind of focus on your grind, first of all, check if there's a test of Valor on and do that quickly. The next thing is choose beginner and normal and auto fight through there in order to then your progression through. Once you're out of energy, you're either at work, at school, or doing whatever. But if you're kind of, you don't work, or the way that kind of works with the evening or whatever, then it would be a case of getting to arena. Get into arena, do a bit of a grind, and get to those milestones, as well as getting those units. Units mean that you can buy energy refills, and then energy refills mean that you then can go back into questing. And whilst you're questing, you can either choose to focus more on then doing the vanquishing blows. And if you were to do the vanquishing blows, I would probably say that it's best to go and do a repetition of Road to Labyrinth. So you're going into here. Obviously, if you've got to do a bleed, then it's a case that you'll have to choose a different round that's got a first champion that's maybe a bit fleshier. Because if you go to the round 1, then you go against Age of Ultron Vision, which obviously is bleed immune. But if you go into round 2, you'll see that your first is Hawkeye, and vanquishing blows are all about doing either lights, medium, heavies attack as a finishing blow to the enemy. And I've done a video on this, link is in the description as I said earlier, which will give you a kind of few pointers on that. So essentially your strategy is quest, rest, arena, repeat. Quest, rest, arena, repeat. Quest, rest, arena, repeat. That's it. It's as simple as that. Quest, rest, arena, repeat. Just to get that grind, because you need to get the grind in order to get the rewards. And I am hoping by the end of the month I'm going to be spending some major Valor, if I have the time to grind, on all these lovely things. But mainly my focus is 5 stars, so it may be all about the tier 4 basics. I may need more tier 1 alpha catalysts, or I may get 5-star shards, but those things seem to be more important to me, as well as tier 4 class catalyst crystals, to get in the game. So think about what you want and where you want to structure your Valor spend, as well as make sure that you grind out the game a lot in this month's quest, because you will really take home some amazing stuff. Thanks very much for watching. I've been RichTheMan. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more Marvel Contest of Champions based content, and obviously if you want to share it with a friend to help them out, then please do. I shall catch you on the flip side. Bye bye for now.